Hello, greetings. My name is Rachel and welcome to my yoga channel. This class will be an all levels flow intended to help you relax and unwind from a full day. We will calm the nervous system with deep breathing as we connect to the body to prepare us for a chill evening or deep sleep. You can grab a pair of yoga blocks, cork or foam, whatever you have, or if you have a bolster or books, just if you need them. And we'll go ahead and start in Sukhasana, an easy pose in the middle of our mat. Your feet can be stacked or side by side. Go ahead and close the eyes down and bring one hand to your chest and one hand to the lower belly. And take a deep inhale through the nose, letting it out with a sigh through the mouth. Another deep inhale through the nose. See if you can feel the chest first, then the belly, and then let it out the chest, the belly. We'll do that again, inhaling into the chest through the nose, filling it all the way up and then filling up the belly and letting it out the same way through the chest, then the belly. We'll do that a couple more times, inhaling through the nose into the chest, feeling it rise below your hand, leading into the belly, letting out with a sigh, out the chest and the abdomen. Inhale, feel the chest rise. Feel the rib cage expand, the belly bloat. And feel the chest release, the ribs soften, the belly collapse. One more deep inhale into the chest, the rib cage, filling the abdomen up, and letting the chest go soft. The ribs melt, the belly relax. You can release your hands, bringing them down to your knees or keeping them where you are. And just take a couple more full breaths in and out through the nose or in and out through the mouth, whichever you choose. But taking these next couple of breaths to notice your mind and the body, noticing where you're at right now and accepting that. If you've got thoughts racing, that's fine. Just see if you can turn your focus to the breath. Just one more deep inhale through the nose and let it out with a sigh. Good, you can blink the eyes open. And then we'll go ahead and extend the right leg out to the side of the mat. You can bring the heel in a little bit closer if you would like. If you'd like, you can grab a block to prepare, setting it on the inside of the knee. We'll inhale the left arm up. And then exhale, taking a side stretch to the right. You can place your forearm onto that block. Maybe you reach for the toes, maybe you don't. You can also just place the hand on the inner left thigh and see if you can open the chest towards the sky rather than caving in towards the mat. And feel how the breath has gone into expand into this left side, this opened side. Take one more big breath. And you exhale. You can come up and release. You can move your block to the side for a moment. We'll turn to face this right leg, picking up the left knee, and then we'll cross the foot over the knee. Inhale the right arm up. And then exhale, either hook the elbow or just grab hold, hugging this knee in, taking a twist to the back of your space. Each inhale, finding a little bit more length in the spine. One more breath. Good, you can release your twist. We'll bring this left foot closer into the outer thigh and let the knees fold on top of each other so they're in line. Take an inhale to lift the chest and then an exhale to fold over this leg to this half cow face forward fold. You can let the neck go long. And try to keep this extended foot flexed. Not super flexed, but just enough so that the leg is not entirely soft and flopped to the side. See if you can lengthen a little bit more into your fold. And then you can come out. Good. We'll release this left leg back to where it came from. Bring the right foot in, and then we'll switch over to the other side, extending that left leg to the corner of the mat, bringing the right heel in towards the groin if it feels comfortable. You can bring your block to the inner knee. We'll inhale the right arm up, and then exhale, sweeping it over to the left side of our space. Maybe reaching for the toes. And if we aren't touching the toes, maybe visualize this reaching, the stretching along the right side of the body as if we were touching the toes. You can place your forearm down if you would like, or just keep it on the inner thigh. Noticing how the breath goes into this right rib cage. You can almost even feel each individual rib expand and separate from one another. See if you can roll this right shoulder back a little bit, opening up towards the sky. One more big breath here in through the nose. And sigh to release. Coming to sit up. Beautiful. You can remove your block out of the way. We'll come to face this left leg. Reach the right knee up towards the sky, crossing the right foot over the left leg. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale to twist. Connecting the elbow to knee, just hugging that knee in. Sitting up a little bit taller with each inhale and taking up that space with the exhale. Deep breath in through the nose. Sigh it out. Release your twist. We'll bring that right foot all the way across to connect the knees. Inhale to sit up straight. Exhale, folding forward. Grabbing onto the foot or the shin. Maybe even bringing a block to your head for support. If that's something that feels good. Staying in this fold, see if you can lengthen the spine forward. Really roll the rib cage onto this thigh. One more breath. Good. You can release, come up. Keep your left leg where it is. We're going to open just as much as we can towards the front, so we'll be in a wide-legged position. You can again grab your block if you would like. Bring your hands behind you and go ahead and push forward onto the sit bones. Want the feet flexed just enough so the toes are facing towards the sky. Take an inhale to lengthen the spine, and then you can exhale, slowly fold forward. Just see where you're at, see how far you go. You can bring your block as a way to rest with your head. You can always stack 2 blocks if you need the extra height. Or you can simply just come down to the forearms. And breathing space into the hip joints, into the inner thighs. Still thinking about lengthening the spine with each breath. We always want this feeling of length and expansion in these poses. We never want to cave inward and be crunching. Take one more breath here. And then exhale slowly to come out. You can bring the hands underneath the knees to slowly close them. And then we'll meet in tabletop at the front of your space. Toes are tucked, knees are underneath hips, palms are underneath shoulders. Spread the fingers wide and go ahead and push into the index and thumbs mounds to even that weight between the hands. We'll inhale to drop the belly, lengthen the front of the throat, flick the tailbone to the sky for your cat. And then exhale to round. Spread the shoulder blades wide, tuck the glutes in, give them a little squeeze maybe, and gaze towards the navel. Inhale, drop the belly button to the mat, gaze upwards. See if you can keep the forehead soft, the face and jaw soft. Exhaling to round. Finding your own flow, your own rhythm with the pace of your breath. Pacing one breath per movement. Incorporating any other micro movements that feel good, whether that's any shifting side to side on the wrist or the hips. And then wherever you're at, you can begin to incorporate barrel rolls. So you'll take the rib cage to the one side, the head and the hips to the opposite side. Like you're on the inside of a barrel and you have paint all over your spine and the front of your body, and you want to get every single inch of that barrel covered. You can bend into the arms, maybe widen the knees a little bit. Make it a really juicy flow. Make it feel good. Still keeping the breath slow. You can switch directions if you have not already. Inhaling to round, really stretching the back. Exhaling to drop the belly low. Getting the neck involved. And wherever you're at, you can begin to come into some stillness. We'll inhale the left arm up. Try to keep the hips squared towards the mat. And exhale, thread it underneath the armpit. Keep the arm hovered, really reach out through the right arm. Inhale the left arm up, reach up towards the sky. Exhale to thread, keep it hovered. Inhaling to reach. Exhaling to thread. This time laying the shoulder and the temple onto the mat. You can reach the right arm up, placing the palm, back of the palm onto the low back, or reaching all the way around for the inner thigh. And wherever you're at, see if you can shift the hips over to the left, just a tad, and see how this changes the stretch. See if you can roll that right shoulder back, opening up the shoulder girdle. Breathing deeply into this twist. Feeling that massage of the internal organs and the upper back. You can release your bind. Place your hand back on the mat. Reach that left arm up one more time. And then plant it down on the mat. Other side, reach the right arm up. Exhale to thread, let that shoulder hover. Really reach out through the left side. Inhale to open, expand. Exhale to thread. Inhale, really reach, drop that shoulder back, twist open. Exhale to thread fully, placing the temple and the shoulder onto the mat. If you took that bind on the other side, you can do so again, coming to the low back or the inner thigh. And whenever you have your bind, you can shift the hips over to the right and feel the difference. And just get an idea of where everything is in space, where all your joints are, where your body is. And breathe into the shoulder. Give the left shoulder a roll back. Open up a little bit more. Good, you can release your bind. Planting the left hand down, reaching the right arm up, opening up, take an inhale. And then exhale to release. You can untuck the toes, come to sit on the heels, bring your palms behind you, interlocking the fingers. Squeeze the palms together, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and lift the wrist away from the body. You can lean back, puff the chest out, lengthen the front of the neck, and take some deep breaths into the chest. And feel this opening in the fronts of the shoulders. See if you can drop the shoulders away from the ears. One more big breath. And then exhale, slowly bring the wrist back towards the glutes. Release your bind. Begin to walk the knees out to the width of your mat. Walk your fingers forward, coming into Balasana, child's pose. Get really heavy onto the heels. Maybe walk the fingers forward just a little bit more. Really feeling that stretch in the armpits and the backs of the shoulders. You can set your chin or your forehead down onto the mat. And take these moments to notice the quality of the breath, how the body's feeling, the energy of the mind. And really soften into the mat. Letting the upper body be heavy. Still keeping the attention on the breath. One more breath here. And then begin to slowly walk your hands back towards your knees. You can close the knees, come forward, crossing the ankles underneath you. You can shift into the middle of your mat and then slowly find your way to a lying down position. The left knee will stay bent, foot planted, will cross the right ankle over the left knee. The toes can be pointed or flexed, and we want to gently think about externally rotating this right knee. Go ahead and flatten your back so that the low back is in contact with the mat, and then you can lift the left foot off the mat, grabbing behind the knee or on top of the shin. If you want a little bit of a different stretch, you can extend this leg all the way to the sky, flexing the foot and really pushing the heel, thinking about lengthening through the back of the leg as we pull the leg forward towards us. Wherever you are, visualize the breath going into this right glute and hamstring. See if you can give the chin a little bit of a tuck to lengthen the back of the neck. See if you can release the jaw if you're holding any tension in the face. See if you can pull the leg a little bit closer. Good, you can release this left leg down towards the mat. We'll cross the right leg all the way over again so the knees are stacked. We'll tee out the arms and then let the legs drop to the left side. And we'll gaze in the opposite direction. And feel the twist opening this right side of the body. Letting gravity pull the legs down. Allowing the breath to be deep and intentional. Keeping the awareness on it. See if you can maybe reach this right arm a little bit more to the right side of the space. Let the knees drop a little bit more. Feel this lengthening. And you can bring the knees back to center. Uncross the legs. Right foot will plant. Left ankle crosses over right knee. Foot is flexed or pointed. We'll go ahead and kiss the low back to the mat. And then bring the right knee in towards the chest. You can grab behind the knee or above the shin. And again, we want to think about pushing out this left knee away from us. We're not pushing super hard, but enough that where we feel this stretch along the glute and the hamstring. And with each breath, seeing if you can pull this right leg a little bit closer in towards the chest. As I always say in class, we want to play with the edges of the shape. We don't want to be too comfortable, but we don't want to be in pain. We want to play with our edge. That's how we get to know the asanas as well as our body. Breathing deeply into this left glute. Give that chin a little bit of a tuck again. Lengthen the back of the neck. Soften the face. You can extend this right leg up, really sending that heel towards the sky. Take one more deep breath in. See if you can pull that leg a little bit closer. And then on your exhale, you can plant the right foot. Cross the legs all the way so the knees are stacked. Tee out the arms. And then let the legs drop heavily to the right, gazing in the left direction. And really letting go of anything else that you're holding on to, anything left that you have left to give. Sinking into this twist. Again, maybe reaching those left fingers just a little bit more out to the left side, letting the knees drop a little bit more to the opposite side. Deep breaths in and deep breaths out. We can slowly begin to bring the legs back to center, uncrossing them, bringing them into the chest, bringing the head towards the knees. Give yourself one last squeeze, a big squeeze. Hugging yourself, thanking yourself for spending time on this practice and spending time on you and with you and for you. Take one big breath in and then expand out, starfish style. Letting the legs go long, the arms go by the side, palms facing up. Letting the feet relax. And letting go of any breath retention, body engagement, anything that you're holding on to. Let it seep into the ground beneath you. Let your body be heavy. Let the breath be natural. And I really invite you to spend these next couple of moments in Shavasana, to allow yourself this time of rest and relaxation. You can invite a deep breath in through the nose and sigh it out. Invite another deep breath into the body, letting it go. You can invite deeper and fuller breaths into the body as you begin to bring movement into those small spaces like your fingers and your toes, using the breath to fuel those bigger movements like your wrists, your ankles, letting the movements in the breath get bigger and fuller. Maybe bringing the knees into the chest or taking a good morning stretch. Stretching the arms overhead and the legs out long, pointing the toes. You can bring the knees into the chest and rock side to side. Ultimately coming over to one side. You can use that bottom arm as a pillow. And just take this last moment to notice how you're feeling. Notice how your energy has shifted. And notice this connectedness feeling to the body and to the breath and to the mind. And see if you can really internalize that quality. You can take one more big breath to fill the backspace of the heart. And then use your top arm to help you to a seated position into Sukhasana, just as we started class. You can bring the hands into Anjali Mudra, and you can give yourself a bow, connecting the thumbs to the third eye, It's just a sign of respect to you and a sign of respect to your practice. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I really hope that you enjoyed this class and that you feel more connected and rested. And I hope that you can continue on with the rest of your evening and hopefully slip into a very deep sleep. If you liked this class, please let me know in the comments. I would really love to hear what you have to say. And of course, like this video and subscribe so that you can be notified for future videos. Wherever you are, I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day and your evening, and I'll see you next time.